Young ball came up off nothing. Number one rule, stay real, no front. Never use us for the customer. Never talk, a 5-0 be rushing ya.
From MSNBC World Headquarters, here is Rita Cosby.
And welcome back to Live and Direct, where we are looking into the world of pimps and prostitutes. Again, we want to warn you, this is for mature audiences. Here is more of my interview with the two San Francisco players known as Gangsta Brown and Money Banks, and the girls who risk danger, even their lives, to sell their bodies for money. You're going to be surprised to see how the young women ended up there.
I went to school right here on this sidewalk. I have my master's degree on Sidewalk University. Right here.
Keep pimpin'.
Holy water.
Keep pimpin'.
People are going to say you're promoting horrible behavior.
No, I don't. I say I make an old man smile for a small fee.
How many women have you had at one time working in your stable?
Only two. I can only vouch for two at one time. Usually get one at a time all the time, but only two.
And how many have you had at one time?
12.
12.
Yeah, I catch slow and I hold long.
How tough is it on the street for some women?
Very tough, very hard, very rough. I mean, she have to really be up on top of her game. I mean, when she come out here, she have to understand she can die, she can go to jail, something bad can happen to her.
Do you feel you're promoting bad behavior?
No, I don't think so.
No, this been here since the Bigelow days. This been here so long.
Yeah, this is an old profession.
Yeah.
Since the 20s, probably longer than that.
Yeah, but you don't know who these girls end up with.
Well, that's why we got the phone. That's why they call us. You know, today, the cell phones is out. It's real easy to contact them now. So it's no excuse for her getting away.
If you got a big one, let me search it to find out how hard I gotta work. Yeah, it's hi, baby, come here.
Eventually, we got a chance to meet some ladies of leisure. With a phone call to a local pimp, the ball was set in motion.
I need you to come over to San Francisco on Polk and O'Farrell and bring the team.
Bottoms, who says she's 20, told us she has been working these streets for 3 years. Why did you start?
Well, my baby's father, he was a pimp, and then I seen all his girls, you know, getting all the money. And then after I had my baby, I needed extra money, couldn't get a job.
Where are your parents?
My father's in jail right now, and my mother, she's raising 7 other of my siblings.
How tough is it, life on the streets? What's happened to you?
I've been robbed by like 12 dudes at one time. I've been raped before a couple of times. And wow, I done seen a lot of people get killed, a lot of people really get hurt. I've been hurt a couple of times. I've been stomped out by this guy in like Timberlands and you know what steel-toe boots are, right? Okay, he stomped me out with those while I was like 3.5 months pregnant one time. I lost my first baby.
Why do you do it? Why do you still prostitute?
To tell you the truth, for the money. And the second reason, I really don't know. I just do it because I'm too deep in it.
What's the most you've made in one night?
It's about a G, just
$1,000.
$1,000.
Are you worried that maybe some days you're not going to come back alive?
Every day, every day.
Do you think because you didn't have a good family around to support you, you fell prey to this?
I did. I didn't know what was going to take over my life. Something was going to happen, though. I was either going to become a gang member, a prostitute, a stripper, or a drug dealer, or taking drugs. I was going to do something. I was going to end up somewhere on some back road.
Brazil told me she is 18 and that she's been selling herself for 3 months. Why did you get started?
Well, my dad died, and when my dad died, my mom went crazy. So she kind of kicked me out. There was nowhere else for me to go, so I just turned to the streets.
What's the worst thing that's happened to you in the 3 months?
Being kidnapped. There's this guy, he got out of his car, and he just grabbed my hair and was dragging me for 2 minutes and put me in the car. They all raped me, and then they dropped me back off the next day.
They all raped you?
Yeah.
How many men raped you?
4 guys.
And what did you do?
There was nothing I could do. I mean, there's nothing you can do. but
How scary was that for you?
I was scared. I thought they were gonna kill me, but they didn't.
That must have been frightening.
Yeah, it was scary.
Why don't you leave?
I don't know how to leave. Where would I go? Where would I go? I mean, everyone that's like, why won't you leave? I mean, they're not gonna pay my bills. They're not gonna take me in.
How much do the Johns pay for your services?
Well, I charge $100 for sex on the streets and $50 for on the streets.
You've been doing this for 3 months now.
Yeah.
How much longer do you plan to do it?
Not that long. I'm just trying to get enough just to stack, because I do want to go to college. I want to go to UC Berkeley.
Do you ever go home at night and say, why am I doing this to myself?
Every day. Every day. Every day.
Looks like it hits you pretty hard.
It does. But you can't show it. You can't show it.
The rookie of the group is Paradise. She says she is 18 and has been on the job only 1 week. She started turning tricks for unusual reasons.
Caught my boyfriend with another girl.
You caught your boyfriend with another
Yes.
girl and you decided to become a prostitute? That's pretty severe.
Yes, it is. Pretty much.
You have parents?
Yes, I do, both of them.
And you have a good relationship at least?
With my mom, I do, but not with my dad.
But you come from a fairly loving family?
Fairly, yes.
Good money?
Mm-hmm.
You're not homeless?
No. Go to college.
You go to college. What are you studying?
RN. Minor X-ray technician.
So why are you doing this?
For the money.
How good is the money?
Actually, my first night, I was only out there 2 hours and I made $600.
Do you go home and say, I could be doing a lot of things with my life.
Oh, yeah.
Why am I doing this?
Oh, I say that all the time. I do.
In the week you've been there, what have you heard has happened to some of your friends?
She went on a date with a trick and he raped her and made her walk down the street with no clothes except her socks. And he didn't give her the money or anything. He beat her up.
And you're going into this business now?
Yes, I am.
Do your parents know what you do?
No, they don't.
They have no idea?
No.
How would they react if they knew you were a prostitute?
My mom would be hurt and my dad would pretty much kill me.
Despite the possible repercussions, Paradise still agreed to speak with us on camera.
I don't know what you heard about me.
According to Gangsta Brown and Money Banks, most girls turn 8 or 9 tricks a night, often bringing in up to $2,000. But most of that money goes to the pimps. And what did Gangsta Brown buy with all the money he made?
2 Rolls Royces, apartment buildings, houses, everything like everybody else.
What do you say to people who say what you're doing is degrading society, you're perpetrating illegal activity, you're taking advantage of these women?
No, you can't say we're taking advantage of women because, first of all, the women's coming to us. They have nowhere to go, and plus we're helping the women. We're helping. Well, actually, we're like their dads. We're helping.
But if you want to help these women, get them a college education, get them a real job, not selling their bodies.
Well, that's their choice. That's their choice. I have nothing to do with that. Their choice. I mean, they can leave. They can do what they want to do. They can leave anytime.
People say these women could be doing something else instead of selling their souls, selling their bodies.
If they can be doing something else, believe me, they would have done it.
After pimping for so many decades, nothing seems to faze Gangsta or Money. What do you say to people, though, that are disgusted at what you're doing, what you're pushing?
Well, I'll apologize and say I'm sorry that I couldn't have been the role model you might have wanted me to be. But where I come from, there's with killers and drug dealers. We didn't see no lawyers. We didn't see no dentists. We didn't see no doctors. We saw hustlers.
And you're one of them.
I'm one of them. One of the best of them.